Theater West is excited to present their final 2 shows of the season, The Hunchback of Notre Dame and 101 Dalmatians. The Hunchback of Notre Dame will run July 24th through July 26th.
So it's basically it's a combination of the Disney Hunchback that everyone knows and the book by Victor Hugo. And it kind of takes both of those things, and it takes the music from the Disney show that everyone knows and incorporates it really well into the story. And it's just the Hunchback and how Quasimodo and his life in the bell tower of Notre Dame, and how he wants to come out and join the world and be a part of the world. And it's his story of finding his place in the world and finding that the monster, just because you look like a monster doesn't mean you are one. So kind of finding the inner beauty of Quasimodo and everyone else within the show.
So The Hunchback is, it's just a really beautiful show that has like a really important message that can kind of apply to any time period of just like, Quasimodo's the character that kind of gets shunned by the people of Paris, and he's just actually a really kind soul and a really good person, and so a lot of bad things happen, but by the end of the show people are like, this didn't end up so great, and like maybe we should have done things different.
There's this beautiful show with music by Alan Menken and Stephen Schwartz, Alan Menken's famously known for all the Disney music ever, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. Stephen Schwartz wrote Wicked and Godspell. So right off the bat, you can tell that the music in the show is going to be amazing. A lot of the music from the animated film from Disney, but then it expands from there. It's like they gave Alan Menken free rein to just add a bunch more music to it. The score is stunning, and it all just kind of connects the show really beautifully. And then it's just like a really beautiful story about human connection and how we just want to be seen by each other. And it's been really fun to dive into that and have analysis on this script. And there's one line in the show that I just think sums up kind of the whole thing, and it's what makes a monster and what makes a man. And so we get to watch this show through Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, who the world sees as maybe not traditionally beautiful, but he's got a heart of gold. And if someone would just look deep inside him, they would see how beautiful a person he is. Whereas his father figure, Frollo, is maybe seen as a respected member of the community, but on the inside, he's a little dark and monstrous. And so there's like this really cool mirror in the show of like Quasimodo of how the world sees him, and then Frollo how the world sees him, and they're kind of reverse of each other.
And there's a lot of things that Disney took from it and kind of Disney-fied it, and there's a lot of things in the book that are like a little darker than what the show has, so it's kind of a nice balance between what was in the book and then what Disney did, bringing some of those important messages from the book, but also a lot of the happy and fun of Disney.
I had seen it beforehand, so I knew that the ending is definitely way better. I don't know if you want spoilers for your viewers or not, but it's definitely different. But I think there is a good chunk of the score that is only in the onstage version, and it's just so fleshed out and beautiful. So I think the Disney film is a lot more wholesome, but I think that the stage version you can appreciate the beauty more.
The community, of course, is the best part, I would say, of the show. Seeing their reactions afterwards. The show that had happened here at Theater West before was a very comical show. This show is very opposite of that. So we are often greeted outside with a lot of emotion. I love to see that because that means that we all collectively did our job and we did it well, to tell the story.
So we have 3 more shows of Hunchback. We have this Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all at 7:30, and then Friday is our final closing day.
The Toffee production of 101 Dalmatians will run July 27th and July 28th, with 74 children set to take the stage.
It's like a 45-minute show, so it's not like a whole musical production, but they do the whole story of 101 Dalmatians with songs and talking and dancing. Our production has the kids' musical version has narrators, and so we're playing them as dogs from around the world. So we have poodles, chihuahuas, Scotties, and corgis. And so they get to represent each of their own countries, which is kind of fun. And so you'll see some of that in their costuming and some of it in the set. And then there's obviously the Dalmatians, and there's some of the named ones from the movie, and then the two main, Pongo and Perdita. And then you have Cruella, Jasper, and Horace. And then you have the Anita, Roger, and the nanny.
It's very, very similar to the Disney show, the Disney movie that everyone knows and loves. You have we have Pongo, Perdita, Sergeant Tibbs. There's a few of the characters that they're not all in there, but Horace and Jasper and Cruella are all a part of it. And Cruella decides that she wants these Dalmatians to make a coat and some boots and things out of, so she kidnaps the puppies, and then all of the dogs of London, which is where all of the other breeds of dogs are brought in, help with the rescuing of the puppies.
There's this one particular song where it's a jingle style, and they're advertising these canine crunchies, and of course the kids are singing it 24/7, and it's a jingle, so it's in everybody's heads all the time. But they're all fairly upbeat.
It's fun to see them all come try on their costumes and get excited to play the little characters, so yeah.
And they all sing and dance, and they do the conga, and there's tumbling and backflips and all sorts of crazy things that happen on the stage. And we just rescue the puppies. And Nanny is in there with Roger and Anita as well. They're the only three, or I guess other than Horace and Cruella and Jasper, so there's only 6 of them that are actual people who are playing people. Everyone else is playing a dog. So Toffee Camp is Saturday at 2 o'clock and at 4, and then Sunday at 2. Yeah. So Hunchback and 101 Dalmatians can all be purchased online at www.twNEB.com, or the box office is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and their number is 635-6193.
Be sure to check out the community calendar and more stories from around the area on our website at www.aroundthetownnews.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching Around the Town News.